Beach Bundle is a fantastic game for practicing English speaking and especially negotiation. From classes with kids to adult business lessons and anywhere in between, you can adapt it to suit your needs. I'm Will from Enchanted ESL, and in this video I'll explain this game I've invented, Beach Bundle. It's a card game. Everybody has to try to get the full set of 8 different cards, all of the things they need to go to the beach. You can play it with any group size, even individuals, but it's best with groups of 4 to 6. More than 8 and it might get a bit crazy, so if you have a large class, split them into separate games. Unfortunately, it's not available for online teaching. As it's a game I've invented, I don't have the tools to create a web version for it. So in-person classes only. It works at lots of different ability levels, but not absolute beginners or very advanced learners. It's ideal with intermediates. To play, all you need is the deck of cards. In the description you can download and print and cut out the cards I've made with beach items on them. But bear in mind, you need more than one copy of each card for every student that's playing. So if you're playing with 3, then you can print the document out once, because the document has 4 copies of each card, and that's more than 3. If you're playing with 4, you'll need more than 4 copies of each card, so you'll need to print the document twice. However, you don't want too many extra copies. With 4 players, about 5 or 6 copies of each card is perfect. And it's a good idea to print on thick paper or card so you can't see through them and they're easier to hold in your hand. Now let's see how to play. Shuffle the cards and deal 6 face down to each player. To keep the example simple, we're playing with just 3 players, Kim, Alex and Aisha. And we'll see all their cards, but in reality they'd be hidden. The aim of the game is to get all 8 unique cards. Obviously, starting with 6, this is impossible at the moment, but negotiation can still take place. Set a countdown timer for 2 minutes. When it starts, it's a free-for-all. Students can make deals, swap cards and negotiate with anyone they want. They'll likely have some duplicate cards which they can exchange for cards they don't have. Like Kim, who has 3 pairs of sunglasses. Kim can use these sunglasses to get other cards that she wants because it's likely that the others don't have sunglasses and need them. As students don't know what's in each other's hands, they need to ask each other, negotiate, try to work out what they can do. Kim might say to Aisha, "I'll give you a pair of sunglasses, but I want something in return." Aisha wants to get rid of an umbrella or a bottle of sunscreen. She offers the umbrella, but Kim already has one. So instead, they decide to trade the sunglasses for the sunscreen. Alex, on the other hand, has a couple of pairs of flip-flops. He offers them out to the world and, well, Kim is willing to give some sunglasses for them. And Aisha wants to get rid of her umbrellas. Well, Alex already has an umbrella, so he decides to go for the sunglasses. Now the timer might have run out, or everybody's happy with what they've got and don't want to do any more deals. In which case, you pause and deal out 2 more cards to each player. Now Kim has an extra towel that she doesn't want. Alex still has 2 pairs of flip-flops. And Aisha now has 2 umbrellas, 2 swimsuits and 2 sunscreens. She needs to get rid of them pretty quickly. Alex desperately needs a towel, so is asking around. Kim has 2 towels, but Alex doesn't have anything that Kim wants. Kim is looking for a swimsuit. Alex only has one and doesn't want to lose that. However, Aisha has 2 and is more than happy to trade a towel for a swimsuit. But little does she know that Kim has a full set of 8 items. When this happens, players should shout, "I'm going to the beach," and they're the winner. If this doesn't happen, deal out any remaining cards equally. And if there aren't enough to share around equally, then discard the remainder. Keep going until someone gets the set of 8 and wins. If you're finding this useful, please hit the like button. It helps me invent more games like this and share them with all you wonderful teachers. Now for some tips and modifications to Beach Bundle. First of all, this game is quite noisy, especially with large groups. And that's not ideal for shy students, they might get overwhelmed. So if you can see this happening with some dominant students bossing everybody around and the quieter students not being able to take part, then consider structuring the play more. Break down the 2 minutes on the clock into 4 chunks of 30 seconds. For each chunk you pair students up so they can only talk to their partner. And this means that all students will always have somebody to negotiate with. Also, if you want to calm a game without so much of a rush, extend the time limit. Make it 3 minutes or even 4. Alternatively, if your students never use the 2 minutes, then reduce the limit. And you can play a quicker version of the game by having students start with 8 cards instead of the usual 6. Just bear in mind that a student might just by chance end up with a full set of 8 at the very beginning. And I absolutely recommend you go over some phrases and words for negotiation before you start. Brainstorm them, write them on the board so everybody can see them. And the complexity of this language depends on their level. Lower level students might just say, "Do you have a towel? I can give you an umbrella." Or more advanced, "I'll swap you one of my pairs of flip-flops for a beach ball or a swimsuit." And of course, it doesn't have to be beach themed. You can make your own cards based on any vocabulary you like. It's a great way to practice new words. But bear in mind, as it's my own invention, I've only played it with my students. It might not be perfect with your particular classes, so feel free to adapt it, change it, do a completely different version, and let me know what you did down in the comments. With these cards, you can play other games like Go Fish. Go Fish is a classic, and you can learn how to get the best out of it in this video I made right here. But for now, I've been Will from Enchanted ESL, wishing you all the joy and success in your teaching. See ya!